Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another cash out trading video. So in this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about my last video, which I put a link to, about your mindset when it comes to trading and how you can use that to trade better. But what I want to do is show you a new spreadsheet that I'm going to start rolling out into any of my product lines like TTS and TTS Plus, that kind of thing. And it's a spreadsheet that allow you to kind of use the idea, which is what I call the 25% idea, which is basically trying to make 25% of our stake every day through trading or some other form of betting or whatever. It's really based around trading. So the new spreadsheet, I've done other versions of these spreadsheets and they are in the members areas already, but this one was basically to allow you to follow along with the 25% idea. And just briefly, the 25% idea is to try and get you focused on just trading a certain amount every day and, you know, get away from instant gratification and that kind of thing and be very, very focused on the amount that you want to make. Okay, and try and look at the long term rather than short term, which is, I think, one of the reasons people fail at trading, is because, again, the instant gratification is that, you know, if you look at this, 25 pence is not a lot of money. And so you'll be going, oh no, I don't want to just make 25 pence. I want to make such and such. Well, that's fine. But most traders, especially the ones you see trading, you know, hundreds or thousands of pounds every day, started here. They didn't start at £1,000 or whatever, 2,000 or whatever it is. They started at the beginning and they realized that they had to make a certain amount every day, and they learnt the strategies to do that. But they were very focused on where they wanted to go with it. And the problem is with most people is that they aren't focused and they just go into the markets, play around with them, end up, you know, being all over the place. But this is a strategy that hopefully will say, okay, let's just stick to this. And all right, it might take 60 days to make some money. It might take a bit longer, but at least we know where we're going. And if we stick to this strategy, then there's a good chance at the end of it we'll be there making some money. So this spreadsheet's been done so that you can actually change these amounts. Obviously, if you don't want to make only 25%, you can increase it, or if you want to be a little bit more careful and only make 10%, you can do it. Now, the other part of this spreadsheet is that we only take a percentage of our winnings and put them onto our next stake. So in this case, if we win 10 pence, say, then we leave 5 pence in the bank and put 5 pence on our stake. This just means that if for some reason things go wrong, we only lose our initial stake because we're covering the extra. And this is obviously backing rather than laying. I mean, laying's a completely different thing, but you know, you could do it with laying. It's just that the difference in losses will probably be different because you've got a liability. So there's that to take into account. But from backing point of view, so again, going back to 25%, we would be, you know, we'd win 25 and we take 13. I know that's kind of rounding it up a little bit, but you get the idea, and add it to the next runner or next stake for the next day. Now, daily doesn't have to be daily. It could be once a week if you only get a chance to trade once a week. It could be, you know, it could be that it takes you 10 trades to get to that 25 pence over 2 days or something like that. The point is to make this work for you. And, you know, I can't know your exact circumstances, so this has to work for how you want it to work. The point being, though, don't go mad with it. You know, you might want to get to big numbers very, very quickly, and we all do. But if along with this spreadsheet in the members area is a PDF which is going to talk about the 25% method, and I've covered some more psychology in there about the way we can get stalled on certain values, and you know, we get to levels where our brain goes, no, this is well outside my comfort zone. And so at those stages you can do silly things, or you can't get over them and things like that. And that's why I like this idea of gradually building up your stake and your profit, because it gives your brain chance to like just move into these bigger and bigger numbers. You might be sitting there going, oh yeah, but I want to trade with £1,000. You wait until you're trading with £1,000. Then, you know, that's a completely different thing than trading with £1 or £10 or whatever. You know, trading with larger amounts takes a lot more skill than it does if you're trading with £1 or £5 or £10. And so psychologically, you need to get to those stages, and the best way to do it is gradually move up. And I think that's, if you read a lot of traders' books, you know, that have become successful traders, a lot of them often say that they got so far and lost, they got so far and lost. And I think part of it is psychology, is that they get to a certain level, it's too much. And, you know, it's a bit like a lottery winner suddenly gets several £100,000 or £1 million even, and then blows the lot of it. And people go, well, why would they do something like that? It's because their brain cannot handle having that amount of money. So they just go out and spend it and lose it and do all sorts of silly things with it. And they end up with nothing left. And that's basically how your brain can work, is that the brain's there to protect you. And sometimes even with large amounts, it goes, no, I can't handle this and whatever. So using this method, I do 20 days betting if I get chance. I mean, you know, I run a business as well, so I don't always get a chance to do 20 days a month. But if I do, or if you did, using this method as it is in day 20, which is 1 month for me, I'd be making about £46 a month. Or if we only take the profit, the 50%, £23. Now, again, this isn't a lot of money, but it's working into it gradually. Get to day 40, which is for me 2 months, presumably, £98.84. And, you know, we're getting up to bigger numbers now. £247 is a lot of money to a lot of people. And if we take all the profit, you know, we're almost up to £500 a month. Now, you know, there will be a lot of people watching this that go, Christ, if I could get anywhere near that, even if I could get to £100 extra a month, I'd be happy as anything. So, you know, and that's just 2 months of 20 days trading. Now, the thing is, it gets stupid after that. You know, you go up and up and up, and you get to 60 days, which is 3 months, and you get to start to get to silly numbers. Now, a lot of you will be saying, well, that's not a silly number, that's what I want to earn a month. Great. But, you know, it's a lot of money, and it just shows this is mathematical. It's not, it's nothing more than that. So, you know, this is what happens if you do this. It's, you know, that's the maths behind it. There's no reasons why you can't do it, except you can't, you know, you don't manage to do those 25% trades every day, and you do things that muck up. But even if you went down to 10%, and start, don't forget, we're only starting with £1 here. I'm not trying to say start with £5 or £10. And even if we did that, okay, and you had the patience to see it through, you know, it's not going to take you absolutely long to get to a stage where you're making a lot of money still every month. It's just a little bit of a slower process. But, you know, so, you know, you could argue making 10 pence trade a day from £1 is not that hard to do, and making a £1 trade from a £10 is not that hard to do. And so it would be a lot easier. Now, I've gone one further with this spreadsheet, and I've added a daily sheet. So I'm going to put this back to 25% so you can see when I get there. Okay, so if we go to the daily sheet, I've done this where you can actually print off these numbers, and basically you can then use them daily. The way I do it is I print them off. I just used up to 50 generally, and then day one you've got, right, I've got to make this, so I put that in the center of my desk and say, right, day one I've got to make 25p. Now you can use this for different strategies, of course, as well. You don't have to just have one day where you're making 25% on just one thing, 25p on one thing. You can do it on a number of strategies if you have a number of different strategies, but I would use it on each strategy rather than just you know, just maybe well, you could use it as a load of strategies together, but I tend to use it on each strategy. So I have maybe a greyhound strategy, a football strategy, a horse racing strategy, and I'm just trying to make 25% on each of them. So you've got to remember, you've got to have the bank to do that. So I always say split your bank into 100 points, and from back into laying, you can normally do a few different trading ideas doing it that way. But anyway, but you can use it on all your trades if you want. Just combine them and say, okay, as soon as I get to that amount of money, I'm stopping for the day. So that's fine. But you know, you can use it on each strategy as well. So I think you can just go Control P, and then you can print it off like that. Or you can just copy it to a Word document, just highlight it, Control C, and just print that off on a Word document. Same thing. Print it off, cut it up, and then you've got these cards. Now, I am hoping I'm going to do some laser cut versions of these for people that just want to have a bit of fun. I mean, it is at the end of the day a bit of a game and a bit of fun. But it's a good way of looking at trading and getting your mindset right. So hopefully you found this video useful and you like it. If you do, please like it and subscribe to the channel to find out more. And if you are a member of TTS Plus, TTS, links will be in the description, or some of my other trading memberships, you'll be getting this spreadsheet along with a PDF all about it very shortly. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.